Hello chess lovers! Let's have a look at a very interesting game played by Rene Letelier, Martner and Robert James Fischer. The game was played in 1960 in Leipzig. Letelier started with d4, knight f6 by Fischer, c4, g6, knight c3, bishop g7, e4. Usually in this position black is playing d6. This is the main move, King's Indian defense, which is controlling the e5 square. But in this position Fischer decided to castle kingside, which allows this e5 move by white. In his book My 60 Memorable Games, Fischer called this move weak. Here is what Fischer writes. Letelier snapped at the chance to take me out of the book, but this premature advance leaves white with all the responsibility of holding his overextended center pawns. Knight retreats back, f4, and now Fischer is starting to target the center. d6, bishop e3, and now comes c5. d takes c5, knight c6, a strong move, c takes d6, e takes d6, knight e4, bishop f5, and a dubious move by white, knight g3. Capturing on d6 with a knight is better. If knight takes d6, then queen takes d6, f6, and after the exchange of queens, we see quite a decent position for white. Though of course black's position is preferable, but instead we see knight g3 move in the game, bishop e6, knight f3, queen c7, queen b1. A prophylactic move. At some cases this queen can protect the pawn on b2, and at the same time white is going to play f5. d takes e5 by Fischer, f5, and a strong response by Fischer, e4. White captured on e6, but a better move was queen takes e4. If bishop takes b2, then rook b1, though after bishop c3 check, bishop d2, g takes f5, knight takes f5, bishop takes d2 check, knight takes d2, knight f6, knight h6 check, king h8, queen f3, queen e5 check, bishop e2, knight d4. White has a lot of problems. Of course, black's position is much better. But after f takes e6, we can see that suddenly white's position is crumbling. E takes f3, g takes f3, and f5. Now the threat is f4. White played f4, knight f6, bishop e2, rook e8, and king f2. White decided not to castle kingside because after capturing on e6, white is facing a lot of problems with protecting these bishops. Though of course in both cases white's position is just hopeless. After king f2 we see rook takes e6 move in the game, rook e1, rook e8, bishop f3, and now comes one of the most beautiful combinations by Robert James Fischer. Can you find his next moves? Ready? He played rook takes e3, rook takes e3, rook takes e3, king takes e3, and you may ask, so what's next? How is Fischer going to proceed with the attack? And here comes an amazing queen sacrifice by Fischer. Queen takes f4 check, and white resigned. If king f2, then knight g4 check, king g2. This is a forced line, knight e3 check, king f2, knight d4, queen h1 protecting the bishop, knight g4 check, king f1, knight takes f3, knight e2, queen e3. The threat is queen f2 checkmate. If queen g2, then knight takes h2 check, and white is forced to give up his queen, and this is an easy win for black. Or after queen takes f4 check, if king takes f4, then black has this bishop h6 checkmate. It's very difficult to believe, but yes, this is a checkmate, a fantastic checkmate on the board. That's why, as I have already mentioned, after queen takes f4 check, white resigned. Your comments and questions please, and if you liked this brilliant combination by Fischer, don't forget to give the thumbs up. Good luck.